Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ox Talks. Thanks for watching the show today. As I always say, thanks for hitting that like button, sharing my videos with people so we can keep growing the channel. If you're not subscribed, I would appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. We are growing this community. Just a couple of initial comments before I jump in today's a story I want to share with you about the price of silver and where we could be going at in the coming year. I thought it was a nice, a warm and fuzzy topic to discuss. If you guys are like me, silver bugs out there, I just think it was a nice article that encapsulates all the strengths of silver that we often hear, but also where we're seeing major shortage in certain sectors that could quickly put a crunch on supply and therefore a boost under the price. But first two comments. Saturday's video was about the retirement age, and I shared a couple stories with you guys. The video is actually getting a nice response. I appreciate you watching it. I did get a couple of hate comments, and I don't normally address the stuff, only in this case I thought it was somewhat important. One of the comments was, stop scaring people. And what I do, guys, is I usually come out here when I read you stories, I cite the source. All right, so I don't change the story. I don't come out here and just ad-lib it and give you a couple of zingers from the article. Usually I'm going through, reading it, analyzing the article myself. And if I see something that I personally have knowledge about that seems to be, let's say, not aligned, I'll call it out, and I'll ask you guys to comment as well below. I don't know everything. I'm just bringing stuff to you as I see it, things I think are important to all of us. I will highlight on this channel. And it's economic sometimes it's political, sometimes it has to do with assets and protecting your wealth and a whole host of things on this channel. But I do not come out here and just go off the cuff in order to ramp things up, to scare people. So that was kind of an immature comment. And I would, if you guys look at the comments to these videos, they are extensive and they're very, very well informed for the most part. The viewership on this channel is extremely, extremely savvy from what I see, educated, smart, insightful. And so I do appreciate those constructive comments. All right. Another comment I saw this morning was your YouTube channel sucks. And I wrote back and said, well, I appreciate you watching. Thank you. You guys have to understand that if you don't know my background, I'm a litigator, 30 years almost doing trial work and litigation. And if you guys are litigators, any of you out there, feel free to leave your comment. But one of the true last blood sports, if you are in this line of work, for better or for worse, is litigation. All right, and so nothing in the comments is going to offend me, insult me, derail me, stop the channel from moving forward and growing. And so they literally roll off my back. I think it's funny. Okay, so be good if you guys just maybe go elsewhere if that's why you're here, to just hate on the channel or pick little beefs. Anyway, the big story today is silver. I'm seeing silver today sitting at about 29 per Kitco, $29.70, give or take. It's had a pullback, in the last few weeks. And so I wanted to address this article today. It's out of the FX Empire, and it says updated December 23rd, 2024. And let me just share just briefly about the author of the article before I go into it. This guy's name is Muhammad Umair, U-M-A-I-R. It says Muhammad Umair is a PhD, is a financial markets analyst, founder and president of the website Gold Predictors, an investor who focuses on the Forex and precious metals markets. He employs his technical background to challenge the prevalent assumptions and profit from misconceptions. So that's this guy's background, and I just thought this was an excellent summary of where we are looking at heading in 2025 with silver. This is not trading advice. It's not financial advice. I'm not telling you to rush out and buy silver. I'm not telling you silver is going to $50 or $40 or, I don't have any idea where the price is going to go. I've been stacking physical silver probably since 2012. I still think it's from my personal perspective, I think it's a very undervalued asset given a whole lot of metrics. Let me jump right into the article. It's entitled Silver Price Forecast for 2025. Demand fuels path to $50. Silver plays a crucial dual role in the global economy as an industrial commodity and a safe haven asset. And we know, I'm editorializing here, we know that the fiat currency in your pocket, the dollar bills, continue to be devalued by the amount of debt that this country continues to amass, the amount of inflation eating away at your purchasing power of your money, the amount of dollars being printed into thin air, okay? Largest debtor nation in the history of the world, okay? Now, let me jump back to the article. Silver's unparalleled electrical conductivity makes it essential for industries like clean energy and technology. In 2024, silver prices surpassed $30 per ounce. Strong industrial demand, geopolitical crisis, and safe haven buying fueled this price increment. This performance was supported by the supply deficit of over 200 million ounces, which sets the stage for a promising 2025. According to this author, silver's importance in industrial and financial markets is growing, driven by emerging trends. The clean energy revolution and AI advancements position silver for a bullish trajectory in 2025. And you guys might say, well, look, we've heard all this before. These are all market pumpers. Look, the point is it's timing, and it's a culmination or confluence of factors. And I'm going to share those factors with you. And this guy does a pretty good job of laying it out. And just take it and do with it what you will. Okay, you may just dismiss it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're all in the stock markets and you don't want to have any silver, and that's fine. Everyone's got to make up their own mind. The impact, it says, of inflation and interest rates on silver prices in 2025. Inflation significantly drives interest in silver due to its role as a hedge against declining currency value. The U.S. inflation rate, he says here, is stabilizing at 2.75%. I would take issue with that, okay, but it's definitely not below that. Meanwhile, the Federal Reserve has already lowered interest rates three times in 2024. However, economic projections from the December 2024 Fed meeting suggest that fewer rate cuts are likely in 2025 compared to earlier expectations. And we all know the stock market threw a temper tantrum last week when Jerome Powell came out and was a bit hawkish, indicating that they would be examining the pace much more carefully of these rate cuts in 2025. Analysts, it says, project silver's industrial demand to reach 1.21 billion ounces in 2024, marking the second highest year on record. Inflation will likely amplify costs in key industries like renewable energy and electronics, causing the significant supply deficit to persist. Inflation in the energy sector also heightens silver demand for solar panels and electric vehicles, aligning with global green energy goals. Moreover, it says solar energy alone could account for up to 98% of global silver reserves by the year 2050. He talks about clean energy revolution driving silver demand. All right, love to hear your thoughts on this. The transition to clean energy remains the most significant driver of silver's industrial demand. Silver's unparalleled conductivity makes it essential for solar panels, EVs, and nuclear reactors. For instance, in 2024, the U.S. installed 105 million solar panels, requiring 67 million ounces of silver. Furthermore, electric vehicles, EVs, use approximately 25 to 50 grams of silver per vehicle. As a result, with tens of millions of EVs expected by 2030, this will significantly escalate silver demand. Give me your thoughts on that relative to this clean energy revolution. Are we seeing a dissipation in the push for that? Do you guys think it's going to take a turn and start to fail, or is it going to keep moving? In a broad market adoption. So the solar panel PV market is expected to increase to 383.78 billion by 2032, highlighting silver's importance. In addition, a nuclear reactor requires approximately 56,000 ounces of silver, Consequently, governments worldwide commission new plants from Poland to Japan, adding another layer to silver's industrial growth story. Let's talk about AI and the role of AI in silver consumption. The artificial intelligence revolution is an emerging trend to drive increased silver demand. Silver's exceptional electrical conductivity, makes it indispensable. Well, interesting comment here or thought. In high performance semiconductors that power AI systems, technological advancements, it says, will require an additional 23 million ounces of silver by 2030. Guys, that's not too far off, right? I mean, if you think about it, we're heading into 2025 here in about a week or so. AI data centers, which rely on advanced chips, depend on silver's conductivity and reflectivity, solidifying its role as a critical resource for the tech industry. Okay, that's interesting. We know what's happening with these chips. Look at the value of Nvidia over the past year, 2 years. Look what's happening with these chip manufacturers. The clean energy revolution and AI advancements provide a strong foundation for silver's industrial demand in 2025 and beyond. These trends and a persistent supply deficit reinforce silver's importance in global technological and environmental progress. Here we go. He says long-term trends point to explosive movements. The technical outlook. And again, guys, if you're technical analysts on this stuff, let me know what you think about these comments. That's beyond my pay grade. I don't have the time to spend looking at technical analysis, but I do enjoy reading about it. Okay, he says the technical outlook for silver remains strongly bullish, and he shows a chart below that he says illustrates the formation of an ascending channel pattern over the past few years, reflecting a long-term bullish trend with higher highs and lower lows. He says silver trades around $29.48 after testing its upper boundary near $34, indicating a short-term correction. The dashed trend line near 28 represents a key support level that could stabilize prices and provide a foundation for upward momentum. However, he says silver may test the $25 level if this support fails, aligning with historical support within the broader ascending channel. Love to hear your comments. If silver gets back down to $25 an ounce, how many of you are going to go back up the truck and buy more? I'll tell you, I'll probably be one of those guys that adds, okay? The continuation of the ascending channel indicates a bullish bias for silver prices in 2025, which is, again, supported, he says, as we said before, by strong industrial demand and persistent supply deficits. He says if prices stay above $28 and rebound, silver could retest 34 resistance zone, and a successful breakout could target levels of 38 to 43, all right? Gold to silver ratio, another component that, again, just something else you want to be looking at. All these factors, okay? The gold to silver ratio has approached the pivotal resistance zone near 92, historically marking silver's relative bottoms. The ratio's descent from its 2020 highs have been characterized by lower highs, and the current approach toward the pivotal resistance zone signals a potential bottom for silver prices. Interesting. Historically, a peak in the ratio has produced a bottom in gold and silver. Recent movements in the ratio indicate that the ratio is trying to stabilize at lower levels. A break of the ratio above the pivotal resistance zone may continue to increase. Okay, this shift would strengthen, he says rejection at this zone could push the ratio toward the lower boundary near 76 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. This shift would strengthen silver's bullish industrial and investment outlook in 2025. All right. So he says the bullish outlook for silver is also supported by the quarterly chart, which reveals the formation of a cup and handle pattern. The cup represents a prolonged consolidation phase from the 1980s to the early 2000s, while the handle formed in recent years indicates a final consolidation phase before a potential breakout. Okay. He says in 2024, silver hit the critical resistance near $34, aligning with the rim of the handle. If silver decisively breaks above this level, The next target is the historical high near 50. This level was last seen in 1980 and then again in 2011. Such price action could unfold in 2025, driven by these bullish patterns, the industrial demand, and the supply deficits. Again, it's a culmination of all the factors. Macroeconomic trends may further support the rally. A break above 50 may, it's always a may, guys, no one's got a crystal ball, may push silver prices into uncharted territory depending on the market momentum and demand supply dynamics. And he finishes by saying, bottom line, silver's outlook for 2025 appears robust, primarily driven by a confluence, okay, of macroeconomic and industrial factors. The persistent inflation, dovish monetary policies, and rising industrial demand are key drivers for silver prices. Moreover, clean energy initiatives and the AI revolution fuel the demand, creating a favorable environment for silver price growth. Okay, so I'll leave it there today. What do you? Are you guys in silver? Obviously, you can grab a couple, and I always have a couple ounces of silver actually, usually in my pocket. Okay, I do, and I've got my couple of my silver eagles right here. So again, guys, you can go pick up a couple ounces of this stuff. It's not going to break the bank. And maybe it's smart to think about, do your own research, do your own homework, think about deploying some maybe some of that money you spend on Starbucks every week, or some money that you spend on stuff that doesn't have any real value, right? It's not a savings plan. It's not going to be a hedge against inflation. It's not going to be maybe create a little emergency fund for you and your family. But this stuff could, guys. So look into it. Again, no links below. I'm not selling anything. I'm not pushing any products. I just thought the article, and I've gone long today, I just thought the article was an excellent summary of all the different factors that do affect the silver price. Right now, the buzz has all been with crypto and the altcoins, and I get it. I'm looking at some of that stuff too. I'm in some of that stuff as well. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. This is just one more thing to think about. Okay, so thanks again for watching. Hope you guys are managing the pre-holiday stress. And don't forget the workouts. Keep the diet as clean as you can. Let's stay healthy, and let's bring in a really fantastic 2025. Be talking to you here in a couple of days. Bye-bye. Thanks.